Today, I want to talk to you about practical tips for online assessments. The first thing to think about is planning your revision. First of all, you should consider how many assessments you have, what type of format these assessments will be in, when they will be released, and finally, how long you have to complete them. It is important to get a sense of this because this will inform how you manage and plan your time. One common method students use when preparing for exams is to devise some kind of study plan. This isn't for everyone, but it can help you identify what needs to be covered and when it needs to be done by, and can be effective in terms of keeping up your motivation, as you can see how you are progressing with your revision. If study planning is something you'd like to do, then some things to bear in mind are the number of assessments you have, the main topics to revise, then, with that in mind, how confident you are about each of these topics, and finally, when you feel at your most productive. Thinking about your confidence in each topic is important because you do need to consider revising for all the subjects. Sometimes people find it easier to focus on the ones that they are confident in, or to ignore them completely, but a balance is needed. Lastly, thinking about when you are most productive can help you think about the types of tasks you do and when these can be tackled. Often, people do quite difficult tasks when they are tired, or tasks that require significant concentration, and these cannot be achieved. If you take a look at when you are able to really focus, you can schedule difficult tasks then. The ones which need more concentration, for example, tackling theories or concepts that are more difficult and relating these to one another. When you are more tired, there are lots of things you can do which are also important. For example, doing quick searches for articles or organizing files. Overall, however, you do need to make sure that your revision sessions have a clear focus and purpose. This way, you'll get the most out of them. There has been some research conducted into which revision techniques are most effective. A group of researchers headed by Dunlosky identified some different methods of revising. These were practice testing, distributed practice, generating explanations, summarizing text, highlighting, mnemonics, rereading text, and imagery, and they found that for most people, regardless of discipline, practice testing and distributed practice worked best. With this in mind, some useful revision tasks that can work well are: explain your material to yourself or a friend, represent material in a different format, apply your material in a different context. Also, combining and comparing your material can be really helpful. As you revise, it can be good to list any questions you still have or areas you are unsure of in order to research them. Testing yourself using different methods such as flashcards and past papers works well. Also, revisiting material over time and spacing intervals out further apart each time can be good. Finally, rehearsing for the exam so that you are prepared for what is going to come helps not only with revision itself, but also your confidence. Lastly, there are some things to do before and during the exam which will help you prepare yourself. Before the exam, check that you have access to the correct software. When you are actually sitting the assessment, take time to read all the instructions and questions. For essay-type questions, it can be worth making a brief plan before you begin writing. Take your time when reading the questions, consider the wording used. Most importantly, look after your well-being. It helps to stay hydrated, have a comfortable space to work in, and have everything you need ready. Please do get in touch with us if you need any support around exams and revision, or if you have any further questions, our contact details are here,